this is really close. It's a rare sighting, but I have makeup on. I like to film without wearing makeup because, yes, makeup's fun, and I feel like every woman or girl could say it makes you feel prettier because it kind of like enhances your features. But I always try to appreciate my natural beauty, and I want to like promote women and girls loving the skin that they're in and seeing themselves as beautiful. I personally have come a really long way with self-love and accepting that like this is the way I was born and it's beautiful, and just accepting me as I am. But obviously it's fun to dress up sometimes too, so I'm actually going on a girls' day. I don't have a lot of time, so I need to not take forever. So welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Kaylee, or welcome back if you've been here before. And I love to do coffee chat videos, just talk as if we're friends hanging out, talk about like mental health, spiritual health, holistic health, and just wellness in general, lifestyle stuff. So today's coffee chat, I don't have a coffee, I have a protein smoothie. I've been reading a lot of really empowering stuff and just becoming a lot more aware of myself and my thoughts, my body, my emotions. I don't know, I just had a lot of like aha moments lately, and it was really exciting. So I wanted to share it with you in hopes that you have some aha moments watching this, or you feel just more aware and empowered to live a life full of love and peace and joy and contentment, and just feel fulfilled. These are kind of the 6 major things that I've learned that I've started implementing more in my life. Number 1 is learning to just watch your thoughts and not listen to them. So I think I mentioned this back in my managing thoughts videos. You are not your thoughts. Don't believe everything you think. Actually, don't believe majority of what you think, because our world, every one of us, we're kind of run by our minds. But there's this soul, this spirit that is like the true essence of who we are. It's our authentic self. And when you just observe and become aware of what you're thinking, the listener, the person watching, that silence between the thoughts, that's you. Your thoughts are like a movie, and you're the person in the audience watching the movie. If you've never done it before, you're probably like, what the heck are you talking about? We all just listen to what we think and believe that it's true. Each one of us has a different perception of things, a different perspective. So my reality, what I'm seeing, what I'm believing, what I'm thinking is real to me, but then it's also could be different and real to you or someone else. So what's real? I know that's kind of confusing, but it's really comes down to our minds create illusion. A lot of what we think is coming from ego. The root of a lot of our thoughts comes from fear. Don't get me wrong, obviously we think positively too, so that a lot of the times things have a negative underlying message in those thoughts, whether it be judgment or anxiety or stress, needing control, all of that. And when you think of it, when you remember it, notice what you're thinking about. And I know I'm kind of repeating myself because I talked about this in managing thoughts, but it is so amazing how much your mind just automatically thinks without you being conscious or aware of it. And if you start noticing and being aware of it, that'll help bring you back to your true self. You don't even have to like say it, but you'll just feel it. I've been reading Eckhart Tolle's his books, and go read them, The Power of Now and A New Earth. He kind of talks about is that our minds create this illusion of the past and of the future. So a lot of our thoughts are based on the past or the future, like worry, anxiety, stress, all of that. Our mind's illusion of the future, of what's going to happen. And depression, resentment, anger, all of that, that's from the past. But it's all an illusion, because all there really is this moment right now. Right this second, this moment. And that's why being present and being aware is so important to feel more peace, because really, when you're letting your mind run your life and you're just thinking about past and future and not actually being here in this moment right now, that's causing yourself suffering. And why would you want to do that? Second thing that has been amazing for just rewiring my mind and allowing more positive thoughts to automatically happen throughout my day. And it really just helps shift that perception of the world around me, of my world, my reality. Practicing gratitude is the second thing. And I started this, I don't know, a few years ago now. I made it part of my morning, every single morning, or at least make time sometime in my day. But it's nice I do it like right after I journal. So it's like habit stacking, where I do one habit and then it cues me to do my next habit. Sounds really simple. It is really simple, but it's amazing the impact it can have on you and the way you see things. So I always try to think of something different every single day and just really sit with what I'm being grateful for. So sometimes it's just being grateful for the warm sun on my face. When you come back to your true self, your true essence, which is love and joy and peace, negativity can't survive there. It can't live there, right? So when you do things like practice gratitude, you're shutting out the noise, the negativity, all that stuff you don't want. It helps bring your awareness just back to the present, back to the here and now. Oh, and a thing with practicing gratitude is you really want to romanticize even like the littlest things. So I really encourage you to bring yourself to the moment and think like, what feels good right now. The third thing, keep promises to myself. It helps build trust within yourself. And I think a lot of us, we automatically have learned to betray ourselves by trying to fit in with society and the norm, or to please our parents, please other people. And that's betraying yourself ultimately, and so you don't trust yourself. So if you can keep a promise to yourself, even if it's one small thing, I promise I'm going to drink a big glass of water every morning when I wake up. Stay consistent with that for a while and keep that promise to yourself, and just feel how it feels after, especially after a week or 2 weeks or 3. Okay, I can trust myself, and from there it's going to spill out into other areas of your life, and it's just going to increase your self-worth, your self-esteem. There's just you are your home. And yes, it's good to have loved ones and everything, but you're the one that's got to live with you for your entire life. Number 4 is practicing just accepting things as they are. So I've done a video on this. It's called Radical Acceptance. Minds, again, kind of gives us an illusion of good and bad. A lot of it's our ego too. Your neighbor's car gets stolen. You might be like, oh, that sucks, right? But if it's your car that's stolen, that like possessive, that mind, like your mind's gonna go so upset, so negative, and you're probably gonna have an emotional reaction, right? And it's so easy to do. It's when you're not aware of yourself and you're kind of living unconsciously, most of us allow these thoughts to happen, allow reactions to happen. It's just the way we've all kind of been conditioned to be. And notice it and just accept it as it is, and just say, okay, like, don't judge it. I know it's really hard to do, but just, okay, this is happening. There is fear in my body. There's negative thoughts in my mind. I'm just gonna watch and just sit with it. And it's really uncomfortable sometimes, especially at first. Well, it's gonna be very uncomfortable at first. Things happen, things ebb and flow, things evolve, things change. That's life, and it's gonna happen whether you like it or not. All you have control over is you. You don't have control over anything else, anyone else. So if you can just accept things as they happen, just accept it, it's gonna go away a lot faster. You're gonna be able to let go a lot easier. When we hold on to things and don't accept them, usually it's gonna come out in a different form, in a different way later on, or whatever. You're gonna project it other places, or you're gonna store it in your body, which is gonna cause illness or pain or tension. You'll be surprised, like if you look back in life, when I kind of stopped fighting reality and just accepting things as they are, less bad things happened to me. When I fed into that negative energy, when I fed into all of it, then more stuff, that's what I kept getting back. The law of attraction, right? There's always good and bad. You can learn from bad things. There's always lessons, and the universe gives us what we need until we learn and become aware. It's going to keep repeating the same patterns, the same lessons until we truly learn from it. You look back in life at times where you thought like it was the end of the world, or you thought like it was so bad, then something good came out of it that you like never could have imagined. I'm betting at least one thing came to your mind. So that's what I always remind myself. You never know what's going to happen. We don't have control. So if you just accept it, that's going to help you just feel so much more peaceful. And you never, ever could predict or know like what you're going to learn from it, how it's going to help you grow and evolve as a person. We're getting there. I'm just getting ready to go to a concert right now. I was just kind of thinking as I was getting ready, and something I felt that was really important to share. Another thing I've done is limit screen times, because whether we realize it or not, like we think it's harmless, we're shutting off, we're escaping, we're relaxing by watching TV or just going on our phones. And it feels good in the moment to not think about the to-do list or not be so consumed with like those incessant, repetitive, like automatic thoughts, thinking about all sorts of things throughout the day, right? So when you're watching TV or you're on your phone, you're shutting that off, yes, but rather than being more present, you are going more to a place of being further unconscious. So it's almost similar to like a hypnotic state where you're not actively thinking and aware of your thoughts, but you are still absorbing everything that you're watching, that you're reading. All of your senses are perceiving what's on TV, what's on your phone, and absorbing all of that information. That's why it's so easy for us to be influenced. I just want you to start setting limits and become aware. How much time are you spending on your phone? How much time are you watching TV? And I know myself, I think, oh, it's just harmless. I'll go on social media or Pinterest or whatever, and you think, oh, it'll just be a few minutes, and then time just flies, and next thing you know, it's like been an hour. That's because you're so unconscious. You just go onto autopilot. You're totally losing yourself and disconnecting from yourself. And you may think that you're not thinking, but you are. You are automatically judging. You're automatically comparing. And these are all sources of unhappiness, and they are going to show up in our thoughts and our core beliefs in other areas of our life. We're just not aware of it. Whether you set a timer on your phone or just say like, oh, I'm just gonna watch one episode of this show, or watch like happier, lighter things that make you laugh or whatever, make you feel good, but just set time limits. Take a moment to breathe, do a body scan, come back to yourself, and not be so disconnected. Our world is so consumed by technology. Just start being mindful of what you're consuming, because it is absorbed into your mind, into your body, and you are reacting to it. You are absorbing all of that information, whether you realize it or not. Don't beat yourself up. Definitely don't judge yourself, but it's just something to start being aware of, and setting a limit for how unconscious I allow myself to get has definitely helped me be more conscious, if that makes sense. So back to the video now. I just wanted to throw that little bit in there. Number 5 is make time for things that cause the feel-good hormones to be released. It's so important to make time for play as adults. Our minds tell us that we need to always be responsible and always productive, and we always need to be doing adult things and be an adult. Making time for play, bringing out that inner child in us, brings so much like serotonin and oxytocin and all the happy hormones that make us feel good, and brings us back to our true selves. We all have an inner child within us that is craving fun and laughter and creativity and using our imagination. So making time for that is going to make a huge difference. So even if you just get silly with your partner, your friend, write a fiction novel just for fun, just use your imagination, draw, paint. We aren't meant to just work all the time. Yes, we have to work to make a living. That's the way our world works. Being so consumed with work and with doing, that's all coming from our ego. Our ego never wants us to be content. It's always telling us we need to do more, be more, make more. Some more examples are like hugging someone you love, cuddling, petting your pet, an animal, keeping a promise to yourself, accomplishing a goal, anything like that will release dopamine. Even making time, 5 minutes to just sit outside and just be and just sit there. Breathe, look at the trees, look at the clouds, and just be in the moment, be outside, be one with nature. Laughing, watching something funny. None of us laugh enough. We all need to be smiling and laughing, in my opinion at least. And moving your body, that's the biggest one. And I know it's so hard because there's a lot of pressure from our minds, from our egos to move our bodies for superficial reasons. And when you make the choice to move your body because of how it makes you feel less stiff, less pain, releasing endorphins, which physically are going to make you feel happy. Moving your body in whatever way is enjoyable to you will help get you out of your head, back into your body. So that kind of leads me to my sixth and last tip or thing that I want to say is to start listening to your body. So our body is our home for our spirit, our soul, and it's what we are living in our whole lives. And it is constantly taking care of us. It's constantly healing, repairing, performing all these bodily functions and keeping us alive. It is separate from the mind, from the ego. So the more you can come back into your body, that's gonna feel more like home. All of this up here, living up here in our heads and our thoughts, that's the opposite of our being. I want you to notice like how often you get lost in your thoughts and your mind. Again, coming back to number one, just observing, but a really good way to come back into your body is breath. Noticing the rise of your chest, the rise of your stomach, and then the collapse as you exhale. And it's so grounding. And another way to come back to your body is doing a body scan. As much as you can, just don't even think about it because we're trying to not think so much. Just feeling the energy in your hands. I want you to do that right now, and just you can feel like tingling even, or like a warmth. You can feel the aliveness in your hands, and then notice it in your arms, in your shoulders, in your neck. You can feel it in your feet, and you'll feel that life force energy, the essence of who you are in your body, and it just brings you out of your mind back to yourself. I want you to try breathing and body scans whenever you're noticing a lot of thoughts happening, or whenever you're feeling disconnected from yourself, disconnected from your body. The last thing I want to say is prioritizing rest. We're all told that we need to be productive and build all these routines and habits, and we need to work really hard and be successful and all this stuff, but our bodies needs rest to repair, to heal, to rejuvenate. And when you make time to do that, then you're going to be a better you. Your body's going to be better to do the things that are important, that are a priority for you. We can't function properly when we're tired, when we're burnt out. If you're constantly go, 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 you're living in your mind. You're living in that ego that's telling you, I need to do more. I need to do more. What I do isn't enough. I need to be more. I need to make more. All of that. You're more likely to not be aware, more likely to have emotional reactions, also easier to feel stressed. Not only emotional and mental stress, but it causes physical stress. You're more likely to experience injuries or illnesses. Take some time to rest, even if it's just, like I said, going and sitting outside for 5 minutes and just breathing and being alone. Giving yourself that time to rest, you are going to be a better you. Those are my top 6 things that I wanted to share with you. I hope that it made sense. I know there were probably some things in there that you're probably like, what is she talking about? I tried my best to not think and to just let the words come naturally, but it is difficult. Our minds try to sneak in there. I hope that got something out of it. Hopefully an aha moment. Hopefully some awareness, some newfound insights, and you can apply this stuff to your life to feel more joyful and fulfilled and happy and full of love, because you deserve it. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. I hope you got to drink more of your drink than I did. If you were having a coffee or tea or whatever, I didn't get to mine. Sending you so much love, and we'll see you in the next video.